What's up, fight fans? Mr. Mustache here. All right, it's a wrap. Bobby Green decimated Grant Dawson in last Saturday's main event, 33 seconds into the very first round with a vicious left hook. I don't know, it was kind of a weird angle. But there we go. Bobby Green puts himself right back into the UFC rankings. The savvy veteran. What is he, 35, 36 years old at this point? Taking out the super hot, undefeated prospect in Grant Dawson. I think a huge thing to take away from this fight is just a guy like Grant, you can't really train, who's still kind of learning the striking game, right? Who's still learning to round out his skills, primarily a grappling specialist. You can't really train for a guy like Bobby Green, who has like his own style of MMA, his own style of striking, right? Like if you put a silhouette of Bobby Green out there, like anybody who has seen him fight several times would know that's Bobby Green. Like hands down, walking forward, punches come out of fucking nowhere, lightning, fast hand speed. You can't really train for that. And for a guy like Grant Dawson, who still young, he was an undefeated prospect, but you can't really train for guys like that. And for a guy like Grant Dawson, who starts a little bit cold, starts a little bit slow, has to heat himself up throughout the fight, against a guy like Bobby Green, who can catch those weird angles, starts fast, he's already red hot to start the fight. Dude's such a savvy veteran. He's got like 50 fights under his belt at this point. And what's next for him? What is next for Bobby King Green? Dan Hooker's been thrown out there, and I think that is a great fight if he's going to get somebody who's ranked next. I think Dan Hooker, that would be a great main event, even though I don't even think it would go 5 rounds. But personally, I'd like to see a rematch against Drew Dober, who also fought earlier on the card, got himself a very fast victory himself. Both guys said that they want to stay active. I don't really think that they got hurt. They made quick work of their opponents. Drew Dober got the better of him in the first fight, but what I think that makes the rematch so interesting is the fact that Bobby was finding so much success with his hand speed in the first round, second round. Early on in the fight, he was piecing Drew up in the striking department, and I think if it wasn't for the iron fucking chin of Drew Dober, Bobby Green would have found himself a finish as well, and Drew was able to find the chin later on, and his power definitely made the difference and put out the lights of Bobby Green, but you kind of see themselves like that fight has aged well for the both of them. Bobby, who has found a little bit of inconsistency since, and you could say the same thing for Drew Dober, but now just coming off of really good, solid knockout victories, I'd like to see them run it back again. I thought it was so back and forth the first time. Why not have a second one? Maybe main event, a fight night for Drew Dober, Bobby King Green. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm so excited about it. Or maybe even put them on a main card of the end of the year pay-per-view, something like that. That would be very interesting as well. That is something I'd like to see. But I also would not hate a Dan Hooker fight for Bobby Green. I think he's earned that. For Grant Dawson, I think the best thing to take away for him, he's got the first loss kind of out of the way now. This is MMA. If you're not Khabib, then you're not undefeated. Like, he's the only guy to really do it. So for him to get this first loss out of the way, young, 27, 28 years old, against a super solid, savvy veteran like Bobby Green, who's got all the tricks up his sleeve, should not lose any confidence. I don't really think he should lose any height. I think a fight against Renato Moicano, makes a lot of sense moving forward. Maybe a Joel Alvarez. But I think that Grant, I don't think that he should hold his chin down. I think that he should hold his chin up and not lose any confidence over this. Take some time off, because that was a pretty nasty knockout. Take a little bit of time off, let the brain heal, and just come back against a good, solid, formidable opponent. A guy like Renato Moicano, maybe a Joel Alvarez, I think would make a lot of sense. But that being said, I thought it was a pretty thrilling main event, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. That's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.